It is a suspenseful and riveting eyewitness account of one of the greatest discoveries of the 21st century. It's called The Lost City of the Monkey God. It's a #1 New York Times and Wall Street Journal bestseller. We are thrilled to have the author, Douglas Preston, here with us today. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
What a discovery. You made this discovery in the Honduran jungle using laser technology on loan from NASA. How did you even think to undertake such a huge adventure?
Well, it's incredible to think that in the 21st century you could actually find a lost city somewhere on the surface of the earth. But that's exactly what we did, and my book tells that story. They're actually in the Mucocutaneous region of Honduras. There's some of the thickest jungle in the world, lying over tremendous mountain ranges. And there are valleys in these mountain ranges which have never been explored. And using this $1 million technology, we found a lost city in one of these valleys.
What does the lost city look like when you find it centuries later?
Well, it's got pyramids, plazas, mounds. It's extensive. It's huge. It covers hundreds of acres, but it is covered in such thick jungle that you can hardly see anything.
This was a dangerous trip. You contracted a disease, an incurable disease. Is that true?
Well, unfortunately, the valley was a hot zone of disease, and 2/3 of the expedition came down with this awful disease called Mucocutaneous Leishmaniasis. And I won't spoil your viewers' breakfast by describing it, but it's a parasitic flesh-eating disease.
You have this?
I do, yes. But as long as you're 15 feet from me, you're okay.
But you're feeling okay? Like you're just live with it now?
Well, it's incurable. I'm living with it. I've had very good medical care from the National Institutes of Health, which is our premier U.S. medical research agency.
Was it worth the risk?
Absolutely. To stand in the middle of a lost city, to be the first person there in 500 years, was an experience I'll never forget.
What does it look like now? Did they clear it away, mark it off, make it a, I don't know what you do in Honduras, make it a national spot? What do they do? Well,
it's incredibly dense jungle that can't really be cleared. It's also an untouched area ecologically, so they don't want to clear it. But I'll never forget walking in and seeing, we discovered a cache of sculptures at the base of a pyramid, and one of them was a great snarling Jaguar. Just the head of it was exposed. And it was such an incredible feeling to see that beautiful sculpture thrusting out of the ground. That was the most amazing moment of the entire expedition. And I really felt a connection with the culture that created this sculpture.
Why is it called the Lost City of the Monkey God?
Well, there have actually been legends going back centuries about a lost city in this area, and that's what stimulated the search. Sometimes called the Lost City of the Monkey God or the White City, La Ciudad Blanca. And turns out that those legends were based on the truth. And the city was said to be cursed. And we all dismissed that as sort of legends are always cursed, right? Mm-hmm. But it turns out the valley was in fact a hot zone of disease. It was cursed in a way.
But you made it back, and you have an incredible novel to share with all of us. And this is just fascinating. It's really wonderful to have you here and on our show.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, and I hope you feel better. I hope you continue to feel better and improve.
Oh, I feel great.
Douglas, thanks. If you would like to learn more about this, you can head on over to Doug's event tonight. It's at 7 o'clock at Unity Temple on the Plaza. For ticket information, just call Rainy Day Books at the number on your screen.